This is here Gear Prototype Program 2018. What we're doing is we're working on the handle. Pretty cool design. What we have is a series of ball bearings that rotate on a zinc and steel base with a rod that goes through, with two flex points that are adapter pieces for pulley system or for belt system for engines, a foam sleeve that goes on top, along with a stainless steel rod that goes on top of the other rod. What allows it to do is to rotate so that while you're walking, in theory the case would rotate with you, so your wrist doesn't have to work as much because it's taking its own movement and adjusting and calibrating as it moves. So what we need to do now is take these zinc bases. These are another threaded rod pulley system that we took apart. Typically it goes something like that, and it's got a tightening screw. We're taking these and we're going to steel weld them onto this base, and then what we'll do is we'll take this neodymium magnet, we'll steel weld that to that base so that the handle ends up like that. We're going to get a smaller magnet though, one that fits a little bit better, and that'll allow the handle to attach to the different areas of the pod pack to allow access either to carry it or to open, and also to be able to pull out the telescoping luggage pull system when it's in luggage mode. So with that, we're going to get started. We've got our tray for mixing. We've got our pieces. We're going to be using a Permatex steel weld. It's got a hardener and a resin that goes with it. It's a 2-part A and B mix. I haven't really read the instructions yet, but we'll figure it out. I know from working with these type of welding materials, typically, protective gear is always a good thing for breathing. And then we also got our mixing scrap piece of iron that we had laying around, so we use this as our mixer and also as our applicator. So with that, let's get started. You can see this is the, we cut this down from a old steel rod. It's got the old school push button for the locking mechanism. Here's the other half. You can see it was rounded, had a handle on it. Diced it all up, took the parts we needed. Then we sanded it down with a 80 grit sandpaper, and then used the micro Dremel to route and sand the insides to get it super smooth so it's no longer razor sharp. It's a good quality material and great application for what we're doing. It's probably about 25 millimeters. And then we took the, looks like a rubber foam grip, and we sliced it down to the actual size that we needed to get it to fit. We did some scaling to make sure it was a proper scale for a hand. It came out to a little over 4.5 inches. So that whether or not you have your thumb in or out, you're still never going to rub up against any other part of the handle. So a lot of thought's going into this. We'll put those pieces aside. Again, it's got ball bearings inside of it. You can probably see some of them in there. It's a really nice piece, typically used for, like I said, pulley systems. There's some other applications as well. Timing belt on a car, all that fun stuff. So actually, do have a couple of spares in case we mess up. We had some other pulley parts that we're messing around with, 8 and 10 millimeter. Some other threaded rods that we worked with. This one's actually a really nice one, but we settled down on this final design. We also thought about using this as our core for our handle. It looked a little cheap and a little cheesy, and we wanted it to be good quality, so we ultimately passed on that. Sandpaper. A little sandpaper. This is 60 grit. We're going to roughen up the surfaces a little bit so that they can bond a little bit better. Zinc, so it's a soft metal, so a lot of people don't know zinc is a self-healing metal, so if you slice it, a lot of times it will heal itself, kind of like the human body. It's a rare characteristic of zinc. It's a little tight getting the measurements and the math right between the handle placement and where the telescoping rods ended up getting placed, along with where the backrest. Because it is a multifunctional system, we had to look pretty hard at how to place those things in an arrangement that is A, functional, but also B, pleasing to the eye. Also with the possibility of reconfiguring it, so a universal type of mounting using magnets. So we were able to figure it out, it looks like. We won't really know for sure until it's all built, but it looks pretty good. The other thing a person could probably use to do this is probably a really strong epoxy made from metal. They're all about the same, just a little bit different chemistry. So this epoxy in particular sets within 4 minutes. We are going to go ahead and throw scrap surface underneath, piece of cardboard left over from one of the models. It'll give us a good surface to mess around with. clean about a dime size amount. Oh, with these strong adhesives, you want to mix them together very thoroughly until the color is about the same. So you see the two different colors. You end up with a nice gray texture. It's about the same color as the Pod Pack. Alright, we're going to do the first one. I'm going to be generous, but not too generous. Once you apply that pressure, it's actually going to end up it's already starting to set a little bit. Screw that up. Like that. Forgot to mention, you want to wear some non-latex gloves. Helps to keep this stuff away from your skin and keep it away from your eyes and your okay. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get a little tack weld on here. It's not going to be easy. We'll try. See? Messed it up. Now I got to put a little bit more.